can hear it now. I can hear it now. I hear the sounds of your heartbeat. I can hear it.
What is up, fellow geeks? Super Geek Girl here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Last time we completed case number 3, Recipe for Turnabout, in one of the wildest, most nonsensical cases I have ever witnessed in my entire life. But today is apparently another flashback case. So, we're gonna jump back in time and see what has transpired. Hello to everybody already in the chat. Hello, Stumpy, Sleepy, Gabe, and Gundam. So glad to see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope y'all are having a lovely Sunday. I am a little bit tired. Not as bad as the other night where I was like half asleep streaming, but full disclosure, I got back from San Antonio yesterday evening. Took a little mini vacay down there, and I'm still kind of trying to catch up on the sleep I missed out on. But glad to be back in town. Had a wonderful time in San Antonio. I'll probably talk more about it during the stream, but we're back! We're back, baby! I am fully recharged and yet still tired, but you know, we'll figure it out. All right. So, that being said, apparently this is one of the shorter trials. Again, I think it's just one day, so may not be a very long stream today, but we'll make the most of it, shall we? All right, here we go. Let's jump into episode number 4, Turnabout Beginnings. Here we go. The girl. Let her go. Oh, okay. We're on a bridge. Shut up. Come closer and I kill her. Oh. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Oh, no! That's a long way to fall. Phoenix? Wait, what? I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Oh my god! Name, Terry Falls, charged kidnapping, murder, sentence, death penalty. Why's he got those scars? After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Hawthorne. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. Okay, but why is he in a hospital? Okay, but why is he in a hospital though? 6 years earlier, Mia faced first trial. Ah! All right, calm down, calm down. These cases always start with way more questions than I'm prepared to answer. They start with way more questions than I'm prepared to take on. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on. I guess we're gonna find out. Do you have any plans for Easter? Aside from making my yearly appearance at church. Gonna probably just take it easy, maybe cook up something nice for me and the husband. Probably not gonna be streaming on Easter. I may or may not have family coming by. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to double check. But chances are high that I won't be streaming on Easter, but I'll try to make it up. For those of you who celebrate, by the way, hope you guys do have a happy Easter. All right, February 16th, 9:24 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. So we're playing as Mia again, so I gotta do my Mia voice. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. I never should have accepted this case. Oh! Okay, for somebody who's apparently an escaped convict, he has very suspiciously kind eyes, and he's got the what's his face? The killer. He's got the killer scars all over his face. I don't know how I feel about this. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. All right, what sort of voice should we give our prisoner here? Any thoughts? Otherwise, I'm gonna probably just default to my default tough guy voice, which sounds suspiciously like Gumshoe, but it's fine. Just give him Gumshoe's voice. I don't know if Gumshoe makes an appearance in this trial. That might be a little tricky. All right, I'm just gonna do like a generic tough guy voice.
I didn't do nothing. I swear, I didn't kill nobody.
Terry Falls, my first client, sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So, why did you escape anyway? Oh god, he's eating the... Does anyone even still use those iron balls anymore for prisoners? Australian nervous rack voice? What is a rack voice? I don't know what that is. A nervous wreck, I assume, is what you meant. A nervous wreck voice. Australian. I don't know if I can differentiate between Australian and British, because I'm sorry to anybody who lives in Australia or Britain. Y'all's accents are quite similar for a noob like me to attempt. I'm sorry!
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere.
But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Sorry. I told a little lie.
Oh my god, stop with this sprite. Oh boy.
But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody.
I'm sorry for asking, but you are on death row, right? I'm really sorry!
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago. But I was tricked, I tell you! That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty! I swear it! I didn't kill her! I could never do that!
Ooh, this voice is gonna kill me. 2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman? Isn't this the kind of stuff that they should be asking in the detention center? Not like right before you're about to step into a trial? Mia, I get this is your first time, but get your shit together, honey.
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He did meet with the victim.
But I didn't kill her! She was alive when I left! She was alive! It's true!
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Huh?
Oh!
Is this Ghana? Is this Ghana before my goodness. Damn, that's what you've been hiding under that mask, boy. How you gonna? No. Yes. Damn, why he hot? I mean, I knew he was hot already, but...
my.
Hell yeah, absolutely. I knew he was hot already, but damn! Okay, well, this just got a lot more interesting. You're not going to figure out the truth by just staring at the guy. You're... Why are you... Yeah! I'm going to assume the applause was for the gorgeous man on the screen right now and not me. Why are you here? Well, I came to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in the big, scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with, huh? Where's Mr. Grossberg? That old man? He's probably in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. I am so glad I went with a Spanish voice for this dude! That's the most Spanish name I've seen today! Diego Armando! Oof! What's up? What's up, Diego? And what's up, Snip? Good to see you! Thanks for tuning in! I didn't say... So... Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? No. You got it all wrong. Today, you are the finest. Oh, you smooth son of a bitch! After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine an escaped death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though. Relax. I just had some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he is on the reputation as a genius since the beginning of his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, gatita. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Oh, go Diego, go! Oh, yeah! No wonder Mia fell for him. I mean, hello? Did you not see the absolute gorgeousness that was on my screen just now? Oh, Lord, him and Miles in the same room. I'm not going to be able to handle it. I'm not going to be able to handle it, you guys! Oh, no! So, Snip, we are playing as Mia. This is another flashback trial where we're playing as Mia Fey, Phoenix's mentor. So, Phoenix is nowhere to be found, and this is his mentor's first ever trial. A solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, oh, I've been doing the wrong kind of voice. I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. Okay, so how naive is Mia? I guess we're about to find out. Death by hot guy overload. Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die! Oh, fight through the horny. I'll try. No promises, but I'll try. February 16th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. I'm gonna try not to die. Oh, it's the it's the other judge from the other trial. Interesting. So they went with the alt judge this time. If I recall, I believe this guy was supposed to be Canadian. Well, he's just gonna get the default judge voice because I can't be bothered. I'll just throw in an A. I'll just throw an A in there every so often. That'll count, right? I'm sorry for anybody who's Canadian in this chat. Don't make us put the box of shame on you. The box is gonna go on at some point during this stream. I guarantee you, the box is gonna go on at some point. Someone's gonna do it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. And there he is! There's my boy!
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm Mia Fey.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
Already? I didn't even do anything remotely horny yet! Okay, fine. That didn't take long. I didn't even do anything that was shame-worthy this time. It's fine. He's so young and beautiful. What happened to him? What are you talking about? He's still beautiful. He's still beautiful. Oh, he does actually look a little bit younger here, though, and it's he really does look younger. He doesn't have the lines under his eyes. He's so handsome. Oh God, I just realized something. Hold on, I just realized something. If this is Mia, he is still gonna be under Von Karma's influence, isn't he? Uh-oh. What? I have a bad feeling about what's about... I have a bad feeling what's about to occur here. Whatever. Maybe he won't be as bad as I'm expecting.
Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. Oh, so you're the new prosecutor everyone's talking about, eh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor. I guess our little kitten hasn't earned herself much of a reputation yet, huh?
Don't look at me like that, sir! How am I supposed to concentrate? I put her in the box to protect myself. Why are you getting what? Why? For what reason? It's fine.
Come on, Mia. You can't lose.
Not to someone younger than you.
Young people running a trial. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon. Is that correct?
Precisely.
But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison. On the day that the defendant escaped, a policewoman was murdered.
So, we're here to determine if Mr. Falls was responsible for her death.
Jugada gatita.
Gatita is Spanish for kitten, by the way. I thought it would help.
Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement. Yes, Your Honor. It was 5 years ago. The defendant Terry Falls was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old. A truly horrible crime. I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted. Correct. But in the end, what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony.
I know he's supposed to be all conceited and stuff, but gosh darn it, he's so adorable! Oh, this may have been a mistake. He's so adorable, though.
A witness's testimony?
The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at the scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered. Most bodies that fall in? This is a normal occurrence at this river? Parks and Rec needs to shut this river down. Hey, what's up, Spiral? Yep. I got thrown in the box already. There's 2 hot men on either side of the screen, so yeah, I'm in the box already as a precaution. Oh, and apparently I'm also getting boxed. Ah! It's okay, I have box armor! It doesn't hurt as much because I have box armor. It's fine. Thanks for the box, Snip. Sup, SGG? Box of Shame Art? Yep. Oh, I read that already, my bad. I'm Spanish as well. Oh, you are! Are you? I apologize in advance for my Godon voice then. So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away.
That policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be...
Exactly. The victim. The same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Aha, I see.
Where have I heard the name Hawthorne before? Whatever.
The man who was sentenced to death based on her testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind: to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now!
Huh?
Yes. It's quite obvious that the defendant is guilty.
Hang on! We skipped several steps here! Wait a minute! That's not right! Are we in Danganronpa now with that weak-ass objection? At least hear the case before you decide the outcome, Your Honor!
Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure I care for your word choice, or your tone of voice, or the scantily manner in which you are attired.
Ah! Don't you dare wink at me like that, Edgeworth! I'm very weak right now! Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders. Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite!
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness.
I call the detective who was in charge of the initial investigation of the case. Yeah! Gumshoe! He hasn't changed at all in 6 years! That's amazing! That is amazing! Who the hell is this? Who are you talking about? The judge or Edgeworth or Godon or who? Okay, so I'm really glad I didn't go with the Gumshoe voice for the defendant. This is a different judge. This isn't our old man judge. This is the other old man judge. We saw him briefly, I think, with Atmi's trial in episode 2. Apparently he's supposed to be Canadian, but I can't do a real good Canadian voice, so there we go. His jacket is clean. Yeah, no! This fit is so good. It's so fucking extra, and I love it. Oh, this is absolutely gonna go on my Miles plushie at some point, as soon as I finish all the other projects I have. But yeah, no, love this fit. This is so good. Just say A at the end of everything. I'm trying to avoid that particular stereotype, but... Or if I could whisper, I could be like, I could be like Canada from Hetalia and just whisper everything. Only a few people in the chat are gonna get that joke. In Hokkaido Gals, I thought Fuyuki had a Canadian accent. I think it was supposed to be Minnesotan. Oh, you know what? That might actually work. Okay, I'll wait till the judge get back on tree, but that might actually work. witness. State your name and occupation. Gumshoe! Dick Gumshoe! I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir! I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago!
Good for you, Gumshoe.
I don't believe anyone asked you about that. Hey, ma'am! You got any idea how much work it takes? What is it?
Oh, you're really gorgeous.
Hey, ease up, Gumshoe! Ease up! Hey, what's up, Tyron? Also, ow! It's the second time I've gotten bugged! But thank you for the bug, Tyron! Well, thank you. Good to see you. Mini soda. Yeah. That's how you say it. A little time to put it to the test, I guess.
You're really gorgeous.
Excuse me?
No, seriously, my heart. It's aching for you.
Oh, God. Detective, pull yourself together. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache.
Okay, I got it.
I didn't think that Gumshoe was the type to fall in love so quickly. Well, I mean, he did fall for Maggie pretty hard too, so I guess it kind of tracks. Gumshoe had the hots for Mia. That's the biggest plot twist so far in this game. Oh, hey, hello, Professor, and hello, Zelda NPC. Welcome. Yeah, I've already been put in the box. You guys have missed a lot. But welcome. So glad you guys can both join us. Yes, for those of you just joining us, this is a flashback case. So we're playing as Mia, different judge, and young man Miles on one side, young man Godot/Diego on the other side. So yes, lots of fun things happening today. And hello, Boots! Welcome! Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the head pet tip. I'm gonna lose the box for a little bit. It's blocking a lot more of the screen than I want it to. We want enough room for all the hot men that are gonna be on the screen here in a second. Not this guy. This guy didn't count. So Gumshoe, yeah, I love that. Gumshoe, everyone else is younger and pretty and everything. Gumshoe still looks exactly the same as he did 6 years ago. That's character development for you. In the English translation, he's the judge's Canadian little brother. Okay, got it. All right, so we're going with Canadian /Minnesotan / whatever it is I'm using for Hokkaido gals. We're doing this here. We're doing this. Oh God, I gotta actually think about how to do this.
Now then, detective, tell us about the incident. Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details of— oh my God, what is this accent I'm doing? The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself.
What am I getting booed for? The bad accent? I'm sorry. It's more Scottish. Sorry. Oh boy. I need clearly the Minnesota needs more work.
The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself. Yes, sir, I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This here's a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there, that's Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there, on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir.
Hear me out, I can do a Canadian accent sound effect. I know! It's hard to do game. Oh boy, it's fine. It's fine.
I see.
Alright, the Dusky Bridge map's been added.
Was the victim's blood found on the bridge?
The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge.
Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we've prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger as though I was some kind of hoser. The detective, proceed with your testimony.
Yes, sir. Here we go, Mia. Hang on. Okay, now. Listen carefully, kitten. One little mistake, and this guy's gonna drink you from morning tea. Trust me. And get ready. Why is he so hot? Yeah, that's young Godot. That's young Godot. And his full name is Diego Armando. And oh boy. Also, thoughts on Miguel? Yes, I saw those. Very big fan of Miguel. Thank you very much for that. I'm back in the box. No. Maybe I should just keep this on for the entire stream because I'm not getting out of this box. The thirst is so strong today, you guys. All right, summary of the incident. Let's go. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant. Let me get through the testimony first. But thank you, Zelda. Much appreciated. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain. I like how they try and make it mysterious as to who Diego is when he's just recolored Godot. I saw it right away. He may not have the Star Trek visor anymore, but I know my man when I see him. I know my man's when I see him. You're only getting out when you save your game. Okay, that's fair.
Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally.
Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up. Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee. I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here. The courtroom can be a cold battlefield, all right. Especially for a beginner. I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here. You got me there? But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, gatita. It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Courtroom procedure video? She was just... Girl was just staying up watching Law & Order all night. Probably with a pint of ice cream, because that's how we do. Alright, summary of the incident. I need to actually focus here a little bit. On the day of the incident, an unknown person... Who is this unknown person? Why is each thing he says followed with a sassy Spanish guitar riff? Because that's just how you roll when you're a sexy Spanish husband. I had the same thought in mind when I was playing RE4 every time Luis spoke. Though he actually did have a guitar backing him, especially in that scene during Separate Ways, that flamenco dance. Ugh, that flamenco dance lives rent free in my head. Okay, focus. I'm in the middle of court! I can't be distracted by sexy Spanish husbands! This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls.
Then why'd you say he was unknown?
What? The defendant? The defendant called her? Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about a phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, a top secret memo that she left in a desk.
Victim's note added to the court record. Confidential police materials written by the victim. Then it wasn't an unknown person! Just say that the freaking defendant called him out there! Whatever.
According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls.
Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me?
Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
It's the detective's fault! He's the one that said unknown person!
Oh, hey now! Don't make that face at me! I just said it that way because the prosecutor...
Oh! Okay, yeah, Edgeworth is already up to his old tricks, or I guess these are new tricks for him, but...
I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky.
He does have a cute face, though. You're right about that, Mia. But
Oh, he's gonna play some sneaky tricks on us, isn't he? I love it. I love it and I hate it.
Objection!
Thank you for the objection, Snip. In the data books, it says that Diego is Brazilian. Oh! Sexy Brazilian husband, then. I can roll with that. That's fine. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time, met with Mr. Falls. That's where she was murdered. Okay, don't got anything to... The criminal stuffed her body into this car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Hang on. Let's get some more info on this. Mr. Falls had a car then?
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right? What? You mean the defendant drove his own car? Nah, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
Why are we getting him any helping? That one is reserved for when I get completely lost. But thank you, Gundam. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk.
Oof, there it is.
Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Oh, that doesn't look too comfortable.
Crime photo has been added. I gotta say, I'm glad Edgeworth switches to just a suit. I don't think the Admiral's coat works on him. You know what? I disagree. I think this fit's working for him. My man's always been extra. Now he's just visibly extra. It's okay, she's dead. She doesn't have to be comfortable. It's fine. The victim. She was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yep.
For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in their back. We're talking about a woman here?
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and firm. The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car? Here's a photo in the trunk, but I don't see anything strange. Do you? Anyway.
Hang on. We got a whole bunch of stuff we haven't taken a look at yet. Okay, she was stabbed with a knife in the back, died from blood loss between 4 and 5. It does seem a bit dry for having died of blood loss, right? Okay, bridge located above Eagle River. Okay, yeah, nothing there. Yeah, we never saw what was written on this note. Confidential police material. February 14th, Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Dahlia hot. Oh! Oh! The bitch is back! Sorry, I got. Oh my god, we're gonna have to deal with Dahlia again, aren't we? I'm still pissing her for what she did to Phoenix! Alright, hang on. I'm overlooking the important thing. Wear a white scarf for identification. There is no white scarf here. That's the problem. They murdered Ada Wong. She does kind of look like Ada. A little bit. She looks like Ada from RE2. Yeah, you're right. We'll avenge you, Ada / Valerie / whatever your name is, but yeah, the scarf is missing. So, objection! Witness. Yes. I like that the ellipses are slowing down.
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say. This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Say there, little kitten. Do you want a piece of my coffee candy? Candy? Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee. Oh, come on, man, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Oh, they're just ribbing her because she's young, I guess. Detective.
Yes, ma'am?
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that correct?
Yep, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note?
It very clearly states, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, this special request. I have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
To be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it! Me is young? Well, I think if this was 6 years ago, then yeah, she was 27 when she died, so she would be 21 here? Something like that?
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you were searching so desperately for, is it this one, perchance?
No, that one's blue. This one's clearly the one we're missing is white. You can't see colors.
Where'd you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know. That headshot sure is a flair for the dramatic. Oh! Armando, you don't know the half of it, baby boy. It's not exactly white, as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for. No! This scarf is so sus! This scarf is so sus! Also, I don't know why I'm getting bonked, but thank you, Snip! This scarf is so sus!
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day. Prosecutor Edgeworth. He was intentionally hiding that scarf this whole time! So, you said there was no blood on the bridge, and now you're caught actively lying to the defense. Which one is it? Are you lying or withholding evidence? Both! He's doing all both! He's breaking all the rules, because that's what a bad boy prosecutor does! No, the horny's not stopping just because I'm in the box. It's gonna be one of those streams today, folks. You're just gonna have to accept it. Just like we're accepting this scarf into evidence. The scarf has been added, worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. What does the scarf matter about someone dying? Because Gumshoe said that there was nothing unusual in the photo, but the note said that she would be wearing a scarf. So it was a bit of a grasp, but apparently it didn't go anywhere. Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Fay? Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck! Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Ugh, everything is moving at his whim! Don't forget, kitten. There's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius. A genius, huh? Anyone who wears an ascot/cravat daily will fall to their own hubris. I'm looking at you, Fred Jones. Oh, yeah. Nah, Fred's okay. Fred's okay. Oh, speaking of, I am immensely disappointed that Velma is getting a season 2. Apparently there was a season 2 already in development when season 1 came out, but that show should never have gotten... That show should have never aired, period. It's an insult to everything that Scooby-Doo stands for. Also, I greatly dislike the practice of hate watching anyway, because it serves the opposite purpose. Even if you hate something, you're still watching it. You're still contributing to the massive numbers, and all the executives see are the numbers. And they're like, wow, look at how many people watch this. Everyone loves it. Let's get more. They cannot differentiate hate watching from actual watching, or rather, they don't care. All they care about is numbers. So please, if you don't like a piece of media, don't watch it. Don't engage in hate watching. Don't give them the numbers that they're looking for to make more of the crappy thing. And this concludes today's public service announcement. Thank you very much for tuning in. Oh boy, I heard it was utter trash. Yeah. I've heard nothing but bad things about it. Honestly. Also, hi Lightning, welcome. Watch YouTube videos where people dissect the crappy things, so you don't have to watch it. That is an excellent idea, Zelda. Thank you. That's the best way to do it, actually. That's how I know a lot of secondhand knowledge about horror games, is I'm too scared to play them. I just watch a bunch of YouTube videos on them, and that's how I know everything I know about not video games, horror games specifically. Everything else I've played. I did rewatch Mystery Incorporated once Velma comes out. That show was an actual love letter to its source material. Yes, yes! If you want to see a real, actual good Scooby-Doo series, go watch Mystery Incorporated. It is fantastic. I'm clapping for emphasis because that show is great. Go watch Mystery Incorporated. Ow, my hand hurts. Give me 1 second. Yeah, go watch Mystery Incorporated instead. Screw Velma. Go watch Mystery Incorporated. And now that I'm done singing the praises for now of Mystery Incorporated, I was actually just talking about that in San Antonio. We were discussing how awesome the Hex Girls were, and how glad I was that they made an appearance in Mystery Incorporated. But I'll talk more about my love of the Hex Girls in a bit. Events on Dusky Bridge. Let's go.
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing the scarf, sir.
Oh god, she really does look like Ada Wong, though. She really does look like Ada Wong. Dude, Spiral, you were not kidding.
It was drizzling that day, so unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off. Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that this bridge is very high up. It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below. Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway? Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party. Aha! A potential witness! So, why isn't this person in the courtroom? Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor.
I think I know who it is, and delicate is not the word I would use for that bitch. But I digress.
Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Witness's photo has been added to the court record.
So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge. The truth is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
Not again? That's not fair! I haven't even done my cross-examination yet! What do you mean, Alright, let's cross-examine him. There's an eyewitness who saw when the incident took place. Okay. The photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing the scarf. Just a second. Witness's photo, crime photo. I'm getting confused by all the photos we have here. All two of them. Drizzling that day. Okay, that's fair. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. But hang on a minute. Hold on. Let me look at that crime photo again. If she was shoved down onto the bridge, wouldn't she be all dirty here? I mean, the scarf was clearly dirty. So why wouldn't the rest of her be dirty too? Yeah, no, this doesn't track. This doesn't track. This doesn't track, and I'm going with it. Objection!
Objection!
So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yep, and fog too. Just generally soggy atmosphere.
Oh yeah! I love the freaking cool hair flick.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Gosh, I cannot get over these. I cannot get over these young Edgeworth sprites. Gosh, he is just so cute.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photograph of the trunk that doesn't fit in with the conditions of that day?
Am I just gonna get bugged every time I swoon over Edgeworth or Armando today? Because I'm okay with that. Anyway, the code is the problem. Naturally. Hey! Let's go! Thank you, Zelda! Much appreciated! His younger version just has smaller hair. No, but his eyes are different, though! His eyes... Oh, wait, I'll come back to this. Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat? As far as I can see, there's nothing strange about it.
I'm really glad this judge says about a lot. I could say a boot and it makes it sound more Canadian. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky Bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. Called it!
That's exactly right! The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled!
What the hell is a playoff beard? Okay, no, but look! His face is clearly different. His eyes are different. His eyes are more open. There's not the lines underneath it. His eyes are bigger and more open, and his face is just overall younger. No, I have not been staring at these sprites for entirely too long. No, it's completely normal for me to be able to point out these completely minute differences in these character sprites. No, it's fine. It's a totally normal. It's a totally normal thing for me to point out. It's fine. It's fine. Damn it, he's so hot. I'm okay. I'm fine.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that does not mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy.
Has a character ever looked good with the tired look? You know the one. Do I? I don't know. The tired look can totally work for some people. No, I know a character who has a perpetually tired face, and yeah, no, it totally works for him. Anyway.
Fortunately, I have yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day? The surface of the bridge? Huh.
A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Neither would a real woman! Urahara in Bleach, he does look tired because that. Urahara is good. Shadowed under his eyes, are you referring to Luis again? Because if you are, I 100% agree that the tired look works.
Of course I can!
Here is the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. It's like I said! It's the scarf! It's the scarf! If the scarf is muddy, there's no excuse that the rest of her wouldn't be. Take this! Or that's fine too. The evidence is this scarf!
Oh!
It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud!
I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo!
Hey! You do not call her that, sir! You get her name out of your mouth! Hey! Same to you, buddy! Did she just call him a bimbo too? That's hilarious.
Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction? Huh? For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we? All right. It's not like he's really giving me a choice here. You're doing pretty well for a little kitten. Mr. Armando! No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence, it's one of those three.
What you said just now, I'm not sure I like that.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it.
This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court. Get him! Get him, Armando! But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is. Yes! The false evidence in this case is the... Well, of the three, this is the easiest thing to fake, is the testimony. Because back in the day, this was well before digital photography became a thing, and it was easy to make a photo of whatever, and faking the body in the trunk, it could be staged, but I don't think so. I think it's the testimony that's the true false evidence. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out one crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yep, that's what the witness told us.
That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
It's not just true, it's the truth. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Get it, Mia! Get it, baby girl!
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that we'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
Begun the hottie wars have. Yeah, they have. They have. I would very much like to see more of Armando getting after Edgeworth like that. That was very good. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? I guess we're about to find out.
Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes. This is it, Mia. The battle begins here. Witness, what is your name and occupation? Ah! I knew it! I knew she was coming back! I knew she was coming back, this bitch! Not again! Ah! right. You want to go rounders again, Dahlia? Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god, but actually, the first time we saw her would have been round 2. This is round 1. This is our first encounter with her, so we don't know how much of a bitch she really is, but everyone's about to find out. Everyone is so silent. I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Oh, when I look at you, how can I put it?
Oh, God! Judge, chill out, bro! Chill out, my dude. Okay, y'all thought I was thirsty? Y'all thought I was thirsty? I am nowhere as thirsty as this dude. I'm nowhere near as thirsty as this dude. Y'all thought I was the bad one here. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, not so fast. I'm already in the box. I'm already in the box, but all right. There we go. Refresh the box. The box gets refreshed. For the judge. Can I? Unfortunately, the box is linked to my model, not to the screen. But I'll put it in post. How about that? Hey, not so fast. Uh-oh. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You're a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man.
If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me.
Sir?
Yes, my dear?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
Not at all! Why, it's no trouble at all!
Now then, may we please have your name and occupation?
My name is, Melissa Foster.
Bullshit it is!
Excuse me. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct? And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate?
How can you be so mean?
Now see here! What are you doing showing that in her face like that?
Huh? But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous.
Next time I'll be forced to penalize you!
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me?
And you would be?
Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I see. So you're...
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
Oh boy. Angel? What angel? I see no angel on this screen. I see a 100% devil here. I see someone who needs to check into the has-been hotel. The witness's photograph. Here we go.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wild flowers. Then I noticed that there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
Take the box off and put it on her? I would love to. But like I said, the box is tied to me, not to the screen, unfortunately. But I will change that for next time.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred? I believe the map would be of help here.
I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field, surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera! Oh, just like its owner.
Melissa Foster took the witness's photo with this, a small but powerful model.
All right then, Miss Faye. Time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, you make the witness cry again, and you will feel the wrath of my gavel!
He's up. All right, here we go. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Yeah, I bet. I noticed there were two people standing on the bridge. Suddenly they fight. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. This photo here? Tell you what, you got a fairly impressive zoom on your camera to get that close to them. Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Objection!
Objection!
Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that?
Well, you see...
The photo we presented was the only one there was. But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it!
My apologies, young lady, but Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit.
He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he?
I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
This photo was the last one.
What?
Unfortunately, that is the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself playing amongst the wildflowers.
Use another voice for her? No! No, I like this voice. It's as sinister as she is, this voice.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos?
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
So you took photos of yourself?
Self-obsessed. This was way before selfies were a thing.
I remember taking some photos of myself once too.
Oh, please, no details.
It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all.
Wait, just a minute!
Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more photos, eh? Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes.
Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Don't you start trespassing on my man.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Balk me all you want. The voice is not changing. But thank you, Snip. I appreciate it. Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the... It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the attention. Yeah, it's sickening. After we railed this girl, why do we accept her BS in the next Wright trial? Well, for one, it's a different judge and a different prosecutor. You'll remember in the first one, Mia was extremely hostile. Towards Dahlia, Melissa, whatever her freaking name is. She was very hostile to her, in the first trial. And now I think we're gonna find out why. If I were to buy a plushie of a villain from you, it would be Dahlia. No! I don't want to make her! I'd have to make her look cute, and I don't want to make her look cute because I hate her! Alright, I was using my photo to take pictures of wildflowers. Oh, then I noticed there are two people standing on the suspension bridge. Suddenly started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away. Hold up. Run away? Run away where? This whole section of the bridge is missing. She ain't running nowhere, bitch! Objection!
Objection!
Witness, your testimony is a joke! Miss Faye! I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry! Yeah, Dahlia stays messy for real! Dahlia is a messy bitch for real. One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse! You say there were two contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then, she would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she could have even run 5! Because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side! Ah!
What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court?
Objection!
Just a moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram. Oh, God! Oh, Lord. Whoops, sorry. Sorry about that. He's about to pull some updated... He's about to pull the updated autopsy report shit again! He's doing it again! He's doing it again! There's one major mistake in this diagram. What did you say?
What are you referring to?
It's all because this... I knew it! I knew it! I knew it was gonna be some updated autopsy report bullshit! I knew it! I knew it! God damn it, Edgeworth! Ah, I knew that was gonna make a comeback. I knew it! It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
So, you're saying...
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove the bridge was broken during the incident. That's ridiculous! You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence.
That guy's good.
Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. The game was rigged from the start. He's a genius, all right. That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
What? That coward!
Well, Miss Faye, it seems like you've once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No, it wasn't your fault at all. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was that the witness actually saw. Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster. There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
Yes, sir.
Nah, he's fallen hard for it. Edgeworth seems rather unaffected. White women's tears are dangerous. Oh, God. Oh, God. You just came right out and said it, huh? Damn. All right, Spiral. Woo. Oh, my God. You're super right, though, but oh, my God. You just... running from the crime. Here we go.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shooken up.
If he accepts this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that!
Oh, well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet!
That's what I like to hear. All right, Miss Faye, your cross-examination, if you please.
The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack! The other judge also fell for, yeah, no, she is, this is what we call a, there's several things I would like to call her, none of which are appropriate for Twitch, so we'll just move on. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. He carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. Hold up. Picked her up, carried her over. Yeah, no, she is a sociopath. That's a good word for her. Sociopath. I'll take that. Nah, something's up here. It still doesn't make sense. Even if he did put her in the car, it still wouldn't stay hidden, right? Well, I mean, obviously it'd be hidden in the trunk, but no, something doesn't fit. Something doesn't fit, and I'm going with it. Objection! Oh, that would hurt my voice, actually. Blah. A killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Just chuck it off the bridge. Chuck it off the bridge and no one will ever find it.
Well, what is it?
Take another look at the map of the area, and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about that river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
Oh.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water! Yeet! Exactly!
Order! 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 I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. But I must admit it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature. What are you talking about? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems your assertion is without merit after all.
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous!
Objection!
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car?
That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us.
Ugh. Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again. Who is he talking about?
All right. I'll do my best.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. How could she have seen the trunk from the photo? How could she have known? Wait. How could she have known this? Supposedly, this was the photo that she took, yeah? If he picked her up and carried her that way, she couldn't have seen and put it in the trunk, right? Right? I may be going off the rails here, but no, I don't think this works. His hands are tied? Wait, were they? I can't tell from this angle if his hands are cuffed together or if he's just carrying the ball. If he was carrying the ball, then how can he carry her at the same time? No, Snip, I think you're onto something. Buddy. We're going with it. Objection! Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye?
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there? You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes. And?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Oh, I was right! It was the cliff! She couldn't have seen the trunk from where she was! Do you see what I mean? Even if you try to see the car, this outcropping of rocks is directly in the way. That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car!
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that it's being referred to is really more like a cliff. I was right! Called it!
Oh!
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still, you claim to have been able to see the killer's car!
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo? Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes! Oh.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey, wait a minute! You can't just say that!
Objection!
Shouldn't I have already been wary of Dahlia in that one case with Phoenix? So this case actually occurs before the first case of this game. So this is actually, this is not in chronological order. The first case of Trials and Tribulations takes place after this case. So, this case actually takes place before the events of the game even start. So, yeah, it's a little out of order. The timeline's disjointed, but basically it goes this case, and then the first case of Trials and Tribulations, and then everything that follows after. So this actually comes before everything. This is the true prologue. This is the true prologue right here. She should have been wary of her during that case. She was wary of her in the beginning case. There were several lines of dialogue that was like, I'm seeing her again. I'm onto her bullshit. She was very extra hostile towards Dahlia for good reason. But yeah, it's I don't like disjointed. I don't like disjointed timelines. I just keep everything. I know you're doing it for dramatic effect and everything, game, but can we please keep the timeline consistent? Please don't be jumping around from time to time. This is like that freaking what was that game called? There was that David Cage game that was all over the freaking place with its timeline, and the story ended up being so disjointed that nobody knew what the hell was happening in that game. Because he kept jumping around from the main character being a kid to a grown woman to a teenager to a grown woman again, back to a kid. Beyond Two Souls! That was the name of that dumb game! That was the name of that stupid game. Thank you. That game was awful. I even watched a video of everything in chronological order, and I still don't understand it. It was really stupid. It was not chronological for no reason. That's even worse, that they did it on purpose. Like, there was no reason for it not being... You didn't have to chop up the timeline because you thought it would be cool. David Cage is a hack, but we'll get into that later. Detroit Become Human is interesting, though. All the rest of his stuff is garbage. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect. Except for me, of course.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. Well, you know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine.
Objection!
I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. Oh, piss off!
That's not fair!
Save the tears for later, kitten. Mr. Armando! Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
God, every time I see him, I just see his lips, and it's just like, ugh, come on with this character design. Come on with this character design. But that wasn't fair! Okay, kitten. You need to relax. Then, you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. I only want more cage game. I only wanted more cage games so Super Best Friends Play would rip them apart. Now, oh, I miss Super Best Friends Play so much. You have no idea. I still keep up with everybody individually, but I miss Super Best Friends Play. They were great. They were great together. It's such a shame. It's such a shame. But, you know, they're all doing their own thing and they're all finding success in their own ways. So good for them for doing their own thing, but I do miss them together. They were fantastic.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how does she know that? How does she know that he broke into the trunk?
That's what we were saying earlier! That is what you were saying, Snip! Yes, yes!
Aha! Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom. Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk.
Hey! Who's too slow? Also, hello, NSM! Welcome, welcome! Glad you could join us. Thanks for tuning in. How much leeway are you going to give this witness? She's lying on the stand. She's making things up on the fly. She's claiming things she couldn't possibly see. That is the power of a beautiful woman, supposedly. Nothing beautiful about her, though.
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo.
Oh, I didn't even notice those, actually.
It's true. They certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole.
In all caps this time.
It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here.
What she just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere?
Yes! I trust nothing coming out of this red-haired harpy! It doesn't work! He's a sympathetic judge! Yeah! Well done, Zelda NPC. I like that a lot. That's good.
No.
Melissa Foster. It looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers. But even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? We got her! Finally! I finally got her! I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself. Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was... She's the owner of the car? No, she was passing by. No, she put the Oh, yeah! She put the corpse in herself! Well, good night. All right, take care, Gundam. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had fun. I'll be out of the box next time. Possibly, maybe. We'll see. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
Yes? What is it?
Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous! I could never! It was the man in the prison garb! He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
But he stole the car!
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light. Which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
I see.
Yeah, with the hair flip, girl! Flip your hair back and forth! Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk!
No!
Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there! If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could have only been put in the trunk when the incident occurred! And we already know that at that time, she was taking photographs! Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing! Finish him! On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is that the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. It was an automatic camera! It was the timer! Let's take another look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had bought this camera just to take this picture. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed? Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes. She was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. Would the defense please explain further? Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity. Well then, please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? The only place she would have had a vantage from was if she was the... Y'all, I just had a crazy thought. What if... So this bitch been lying from the very beginning, right? What if she's been lying about everything else? Yeah, she was on the bridge. What if she was actually the person that Terry was meeting? What if it was actually her? Why you always lying? Oh god, I can't remember how the meme goes, but I know exactly what you're referencing, Spiral. Yeah, no. She was right here. I think Terry was actually meeting her. Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! Order! Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may. After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would have meant that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim. How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to have put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls. You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in that photo was not Valerie Hawthorne!
Objection!
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life! Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What?
It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster!
Me?
Let's remember that it was rainy and foggy on the mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You're just making this up as you go along. Where is your proof?
I've got it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like. That's why she needed the scarf! Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely, this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne! Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster? Rip.
Where is Miss Foster?
She's collecting herself in the lobby. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together. The only question is, why did she do it? Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit!
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. Very well. This court is in recess.
To be continued. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Nobody knows that reference, but that's okay. Yes, we're going to save our progress up until this point. And as promised, the box comes off now that I have saved my game. And I'm taking some water because that was hard on my voice. Yeah, Dragnet! Somebody remembered! Fantastic! I always feel like my chat is much younger than they probably are, so... Sorry if I insulted anybody by saying, oh, y'all are gonna remember this. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. I want to take this girl down. Let's keep going. February 16th, 1:14 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 4. Mr. Fall. Oh, hey, easy. I'm so sorry.
I want to say thanks. You're real good. You really hooked me up.
Thanks. We're almost there. Once I prove that she committed the crime. Yeah, but there is one more big obstacle we've got to get past. Obstacle? Yeah, motive. Why would Melissa Foster kill that policewoman anyway? Motive, huh? Anyway, We are still badly in need of information. Information. Right. What we need most is info about this Melissa Foster herself. All we know is that she is a student studying literature. And one more thing. What is it? Well, the incident that happened 5 years ago, of course. He looks better without the dumb Cyclops visor. Yes! He looks better without the white hair. He looks good with the dark hair, with the red, with the... Whew. Yeah, no, we stand Armando. We stand Armando. Whoo, puppy! Alright, enough. I knew it! I knew it! You were waiting for that! Couldn't even make it 2 minutes in. Alright. I guess I just live here now. Oh boy. No regrets. No regrets. Some regrets, but not many. The kidnapping murder case that Zebra Boy is on death row for.
I didn't do nothing! I didn't kill nobody! I never lie!
Mr. Falls, in that case, tell us more about it. About what happened 5 years ago. Okay, I've got to do a different voice for Falls because this is actually hurting my throat. I need to figure out a different voice for Falls, because this is gonna destroy my voice if I keep doing it like this. The guy's fit is insane. It really is. It really is. Macho Man. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, it's still gonna destroy my voice, but probably not as bad. Macho Man Randy Savage. All right, I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I can go as unhinged as necessary.
Okay, I trust you. That day, 5 years ago, I dream of it every day. This picture, it reminds me of everything. Bridge looks same, just like then, 5 years ago. Like it could fall apart at any minute.
So it's been broken like that for at least 5 years. Sorry, buddy. But you are the one that sounds like you could fall apart at any minute.
Oh, it's true. I did. It's true. I did kidnap her. 5 years ago, I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Yo! Whoa! Time out! How messy is this bitch? What is this creature? What is going on? Yo, hang on a minute. What sort of criminal mastermind is this? What criminal mastermind are we dealing with here? She done got everybody under her thumb. Yes. Oh God. Oh, we're doomed. Oh no. We're gonna lose this case so hard, you guys. Y'all, he's gonna pull some dumbass simp move that like Phoenix pulled. He's gonna do some stupid dumb shit to try and save his girlfriend because, oh, I still love you, Dahlia. Oh yeah. My voice cracked. I'm sorry. Dahlia making a mess. I got one more in me. One more. Oh my god. Whoo. Okay. Let me calm down a minute. Oh my god, this is the messiest! This is the messiest I've ever seen! Oh, okay, so no, to be perfectly honest, I wasn't aware that messy was even a term until I started watching The Proud Family, and every one of Penny's friends is messy. They are horrible people. They're horrible people. But this is the messiest one of all. This is the messiest one of all. All right. I kidnapped my girlfriend, Dahlia Hawthorne. Your girlfriend? Huh?
Oh, hey! Hold on there.
Did you say Hawthorne? The victim's last name?
Dahlia Hawthorne. Valerie's little sister.
What? Are you serious?
The girl! Let her go! Shut up! You come closer, and I'll kill her! I will!
Sorry. But you're not going to get the chance. The detective back then was Valerie Hawthorne. Oh, this guy's the worst. Okay, yeah, no. At first, I thought shooting someone for a kidnapping was crossing the line, but if it was to protect her little sister, I can understand why she did it.
Wrong! No betrayed sister! Valerie betrayed me! Betrayed us!
What do you mean she betrayed you?
Everything. All lies. All make-believe. Kidnapping, too.
A make-believe kidnapping?
Dahlia, my girlfriend.
Oh, no! Oh, no. I need to confirm something real quick. I need to confirm something. Yeah. No. Ew. Ew. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, no, I take it back. This guy sucks. This guy sucks super hard. Not a fan. Ugh. Did he actually say my teen angel? He's seen one too many soap operas.
I'd do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
Anything Dahlia says? Oh, hold on a minute. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Valerie was in on it?
Dahlia's family's rich. Jewelry business. We get one jewel. That's what we thought. Me and Dahlia wrote kidnap note. We send her dad. Ask for $2 million diamond. Tell him make exchange on Dusky Bridge. We tell him Valerie make transfer, cause she knew detective. Having a police detective in your pocket is a useful thing, alright. In the end, you were planning on splitting the 2 million 3 ways, huh? Yeah, but that woman...
20 to 16 is too big a stretch. 16 is still underage. Even if it's a 4-year difference, underage is underage, man. We do not play that game here. No, no, no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If one of the parties is underage, no way. No way.
That woman, Valerie, she do it for real. She shoot me for real. Me and Dahlia. I was shot in the arm. Dahlia, she jumped in the river.
Jump? You don't mean... she jumped on purpose, do you?
I couldn't do it. I could never push her. Anyway, I blacked out. Woke up with police all over.
And that's when they decided to give you the death sentence, huh?
I couldn't believe it. That woman, she betrayed me.
That man, Terry Falls, he killed her. He threw her off the bridge. He threw my beloved sister into the roaring river 40 feet below.
These 5 years, all I wonder is why? Why? Why did she lie? That's all I want to know!
So that's why you called her. You wanted to hear the truth from Valerie herself. Again, this is all stuff we should have gotten in the detention center interrogation.
Yeah, but I forgot what she looked like, so I tell her to wear a scarf. I don't want to hurt her. Just ask why. Why did you lie? Why did you betray me? I just want to hear an answer come from her mouth, that's all.
So that's why you made a crazy escape like that. Just one thing, zebra boy. My senses are tingling all over. Tell me, Mr. Falls, where is it? Huh? Where's what? Come on now, kitten. The ransom? The $2 million diamond? Remember that now? Did you give it back to Pops? Did the police take it?
I don't know.
Huh? You don't know?
Not really. I don't know. It's gone. With Dahlia.
With Dahlia? Dahlia had the diamond on her when she jumped! She had the diamond on her, she jumped and survived, and oh my god!
That day, on the bridge, Dahlia put it in backpack.
Yo, she may be messy, but she a messy baller for surviving that jump.
Now gone with Dahlia. Gone forever into Eagle River.
It disappeared with Dahlia, huh? Wait a minute.
You can come back in now. We're about ready to go.
Mr. Falls, just one more question. When you said with Dahlia, do you mean the diamond is still missing? Along with the body of Dahlia Hawthorne?
Never found her. My sweet Dahlia.
They never found her.
Swallowed by river. Gone. Dahlia. My teen angel.
Your teen angel? How old was she anyway?
Just 14.
14? Come on, that's a horrible statement. Come on, translators. Don't brush that off with a bad pun. Don't brush that off with a pun. Yeah. Now you see what the problem is. Yeah. You see the problem now. She plans a fake kidnapping and disappears into the river with a rock worth $2 million. Oh man. Angels these days.
Oh my God!
Falls takes the fall and gets a one-way ticket to death row. Is Dahlia Hawthorne an angel? Or is she really a bitch? It's time, kitten. It looks like we get a few more aces up our sleeve now. You bet. All right. Diamond, $2 million gem used as ransom for Dahlia, lost to Eagle River 5 years ago. The training wheels come off now, Mia. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. That's one of my rules. Remember it. In case you needed proof that this was Godot, boom! This line right here. That's one of my rules. February 16, 1:49 p.m. District Court Courthouse number 4. Let's get up!
Now then, let's continue with the trial of Mr. Terry Falls. Witness, are you feeling better?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll try my best.
You're a brave young lady.
Not this again.
I can understand a defense lawyer wanting to get her clients off the hook. However, to try and pin the crime on an innocent student is...
What are you talking about?
My witness is not the person on trial here. She's an innocent bystander who witnessed a violent crime. That's all. What possible reason would a girl like this have for murdering a policewoman? It's certainly hard to imagine this woman as a murderer.
It's really not, Judge. You're not trying hard enough. Just try a little more than not at all, and you'll get there in the end. I would have thought the obsession with coffee was the dead giveaway. I mean, yeah, he's got the coffee mug. He's kind of been... He's mentioned it a few times, but he hasn't been as... Godot is just hardcore obsessed with coffee. This guy's like, Jay, I enjoy a good cappuccino after work. It's fine. It's fine. Godot is just guzzling him back like he's got an IV directly injected in his veins that delivers the stuff.
Her motive, huh? I figured that's what we had to establish next. Well,
I got my voices confused for a second.
Well, Miss Faye, do you have any evidence of a motive?
Yes, of course. I think.
You're still acting as tame as a kitten, gatita. Mr. Armando, listen. A lawyer is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets.
I mean, just look at this smile right here. We're in a pretty bad situation, but this is still a good smile.
Smiling on the outside while your guts are twisted in knots is a mark of a pro.
It's true. The show must go on. The show must go on, no matter how you're feeling. The show must go on.
Maybe so, but I wish you would quit grinning at me like that.
Every time, huh? Every time you're ready with that bonk. Every time you're ready with that. I appreciate the dedication. Thank you, Snip.
Excuse me. May I speak, Mr. Judge?
Of course, Mr. Judge.
Oh, come on with this!
Mr. Judge,
anytime you like, just rush through that line.
I'd like to say something. Some people here are suspicious of me, right? That's why I at least wanted you, Mr. Judge, to know that it's not true.
I see. Oh, you're such an honest and upstanding young lady. It looks like this witness is a real professional. What do you mean? Look at that 100-watt smile. Just when things are darkest for her, click, she lights right up. Very well then, let's hear what the witness has to say.
Alright, here we go.
I was out of the country until the year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain before. And I certainly don't have any reason for wanting to hurt a police officer. Holding a grudge and killing the officer who testified against you 5 years ago, or kidnapping a poor girl? I just think the defendant is a terrible, horrible monster.
Out of the country, eh? Precisely. Furthermore, she has no possible motive for committing murder. Indeed. You're up to back, Atita.
sharpen those claws and put on your best smile. You bet. He is one of the few guys I don't mind telling me to smile more. Somehow, I have to tie her to this case. Alright, here we go. I was out of the country year before last. Until I entered college, I had never even been to Eagle Mountain. That's a lie! Thought I could sneak that one in. And I certainly don't have reason for wanting to hurt a police officer, holding a grudge and killing the officer testified 5 minutes ago. If you were out of the country, how did you know about that particular bit? A grudge?
Well, the policewoman's testimony was crucial, wasn't it? Crucial in getting the defendant sentenced to death.
Yes, and that's precisely why he harbored such deep anger against her. So much anger that he forgot his own guilt. My client has always maintained that he is innocent of those charges.
He seems rather forgetful. Your client, I mean. Not only did he forget about what he did, but he forgot the poor policewoman as well.
What do you mean by that?
Your client. He forgot what the detective looked like, right? It's too bad for her that he didn't forget about her testimony as well.
Well, she's right about that. Mr. Falls is kind of forgetful. No! Don't you fall for it, Mia! Press harder! You said he forgot what the detective looked like. What did you mean by that?
Well, he couldn't tell who she was without some kind of identification, right?
Quite right. That's why the victim was wearing a scarf as identification.
Why, if I had been wearing a white scarf that day, then he probably would have tried to kill me.
That's true. He's clearly a bitter man.
This is bad. Mr. Falls' reputation just keeps getting worse and worse. Sometimes it's best not to poke too deep. What should I do with that last statement? No, do all the poking. Add it to the testimony. Your Honor, what the witness said just now was tremendously important. I'd like it added to the official testimony. The prosecution has no objection. After all, the defendant is a killer, and a mentally unbalanced one at that. That testimony only helps to further prove that point. No! That's not my...
Enough! Witness, if you would.
My pleasure, Mr. Judge.
Uh-oh.
I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
Uh-huh. You weren't wearing a white scarf, you were wearing a blue one. How did she know it was a white scarf, though? Supposedly, the only piece of evidence that says it was a white scarf was on that police report that was supposedly highly confidential. I mean, this whole trial is a sham anyway, but let's just, for now, let's pretend it's not. I'm calling her on it. Objection! Objection! Witness, I want you to look at this photo you took. It's hard to see in this photo, but look at the scarf the victim wore as identification.
Oh, you're talking about this scarf right here, eh?
Yes, that's it. The scarf the policewoman was wearing.
I've got her now. Just don't mess up. But that's strange. In your testimony, you stated the following. I guess I'm lucky I wasn't wearing a white scarf.
White?
This is the scarf you identified as belonging to the victim. But it certainly doesn't look white to me! You just got Jessica Fletchered!
Well, it was foggy that day, and it was raining as well. It's not surprising that she mistook it for white.
Sorry, but not this time. the witness just confirmed that this was the victim's scarf.
Yes, but what's the significance?
It's true that the scarf doesn't look white, but there's only one explanation for this mix-up. The reason why the witness thought the scarf was white is because of the note! Witness, have you ever seen this note?
Note? No, never.
It's top secret evidence. There's no reason that you would have.
Get him, Mia! I love when she does that hair flip because she's about to ruin a bitch's day. I wonder about that.
What do you mean?
This note shows Mr. Fall's instruction to the victim regarding their meeting. It says, wear white scarf for identification.
White scarf?
Ah! Witness, you knew what this note said. And it's because you knew that you slipped up and mistakenly said white scarf. Well, Miss Foster?
Order! Order! Mr. Ridgeworth! I'm waiting for an explanation! I'm quite sure this note was not leaked to the public.
And yet, this witness knew exactly what that note said. At the time of the murder, the number of people that knew were quite limited. Terry Falls is one. The person who wrote the note, Valerie Hawthorne, is another. And finally, one more person.
Did you say one more person?
That's right. A person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, Gatita? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of this note was... Dahlia effin' Hawthorne! And that person is... Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before.
Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name right there.
What's this? So who is this person, this Dahlia Hawthorne?
Miss Faye must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life.
The dead?
Dahlia Hawthorne was the victim's deceased younger sister. She was killed in a crime 5 years ago.
Killed in a crime? You don't mean...
Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. You said she was killed, but was she really?
What are you implying?
Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago when she fell off of Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. Dahlia tries to seduce Edgeworth. Your tricks don't work on me.
Rainbows!
I love it! I love it, Spiral! He's immune to her charms because he's hella gay! Yeah, he is! There you go! This is proof! This is proof! Right here! Right here! He wasn't even cognizant of it, but the right word never dies. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster, I believe that's the same age you are.
Even you couldn't... Miss Faye, you're not saying...
But I am. That is precisely what I'm saying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed 5 years ago. This girl is, in fact, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne!
What?
Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a three-alarm fire. But unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit and run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, then I can turn this whole case on its head. Now is my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm.
The witness! Just who are you anyway?
I didn't think it'd come to this.
That's enough! You don't have to say any more, witness.
Yes, I understand.
What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself!
Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far.
You don't...
That bitch knew, and I'm not referring to Dahlia this time.
You don't mean...
Yes. The prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses.
What did he say?
Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go.
No way! But then, why?
If Juan revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony. So he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh! He knew the entire time! He knew! Edgeworth! No! Oh my God! I knew he was gonna pull some shady shit, but this!
Oh, wow, this game is trying really hard to make me hate Edgeworth again. This game is trying really hard to make me hate Edgeworth again, and it's almost working! I'm okay. I'm fine.
No, I am not fine! I am not okay with this!
This is unacceptable!
God damn you, Edgeworth!
Oh, God. This is past Edgeworth. This is peak shit. Yeah, this is peak shittiness right here. Oh, this is him at his absolute worst. Oh, God. Oh, God. I can't with this. I can't with this little bitchworth. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. It's okay. It's okay. Because Phoenix is gonna come along and he's gonna be like, I can fix this. I can fix him. It might make it worse in the process, but I can fix him. Phoenix is gonna come around and fix this. It's okay. It's okay. Just remember how far he's come. You're right. You're right.
But I thought she died 5 years ago.
We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see... Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute! For the last 5 years, she has been playing the role of the victim! And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder? Don't you wink at me, you little bitch! Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you! Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What?! I'm inclined to agree with the prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction, Gatita. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. That had to have been Diego. That wasn't me! It was this guy! This crazy coffee addict! I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Oh! The boys are fighting! The boys are fighting! The boys are fighting! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh, yes! This is what I wanted! This is what I wanted! Tear each other apart! What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets? You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. You've just arrived at the moment of truth. That's all. Whether you win or lose, that is up to you. Up to me? The rashness of youth. How charming. This coming from someone younger than me? Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? I want to say the diamond. I mean, but have we established enough? What did that note actually say? Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Are we going with that? Is that what we're going with?
I can't save. I can't save. No! Crap!
I don't think we have enough evidence to jump straight to the diamond. So we're gonna go with the note and just hope that I don't lose a whole bunch of points for this. The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning.
There we go.
She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth.
The whole truth?
There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie. To keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye. If you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was this secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh, yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony.
What testimony?
Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago. We believe it will explain a lot of things. Such is the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters.
Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf?
Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge.
Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia? But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. Let's get her! Let's get her!
5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life.
The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous! Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay?
Yes, Your Honor.
As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Whoops, I skipped it.
Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again.
If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We still got that info. That ace up our sleeve.
What info?
Come on, Gatita. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged.
That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby.
I'll do anything she says. Anything Dahlia says.
What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by...
Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too.
Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret.
"5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind." The whole thing was staged. There's something that wasn't staged, though. This was not staged. You guys remember? When we started up again after the recess? Terry said that the bridge has always been like this. Even 5 years ago. So again, if they were in the middle of the bridge... This couldn't have worked. This couldn't have worked. We got her. We absolutely got her. Objection, bitch! You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe.
But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls.
I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible.
Impossible?
I asked if the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you've claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, you would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible! Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ooh, we're getting him now. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? Just a moment, Your Honor!
Oh, we're getting him now! This doesn't look as great.
It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct?
Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires.
You can't be serious! She has not given up without a fight!
Order! Order in the court!
It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault.
What?
I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that is impossible.
Ridiculous! What's so impossible about it?
Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record.
All these guard wires! All these wires! He couldn't have pushed her off the side either! Got him!
Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there! No! But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. And more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had already had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge? That is clearly impossible!
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into Eagle River intentionally!
What? What is this?
What was that noise?
Indeed! What do you mean by such a ridiculous remark?
Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that would have been suicide.
Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river.
Oh, then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river?
The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. Because of the diamond! 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond.
No, it can't be!
Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million, she was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river, with the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack.
What? That's simply ridiculous! Order! Order! Your Honor! 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old! Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan?
This woman is a demon. Hell yeah, she is. And there was one more person who helped make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne.
You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in her sister's kidnapping?
Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder.
What do you mean by that?
On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister, Dahlia, and then she told her what she was planning to do.
Planning to do?
She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne!
Who is that? Laughing at a time like this?
Here we go. The real one shows up now.
Forgive me. It's just hilarious.
Witness? Is that you?
You amuse me, woman.
Miss Mia Fey.
You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you?
Evidence?
Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14, I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister.
Well,
And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that.
Well, Miss Fey?
I don't know.
What a joke.
You, Miss Fey.
Are you stupid or something?
How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder!
Well, it seems that we've come to the end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense.
Of course you are.
Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Without evidence, the trial is over? Who decided that? He just used a line from one of my favorite characters from Seven Deadly Sins. He just did the Escanor thing! No! He's really gonna pull that line! Oh, Armando, you're so cool! If any of y'all don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch Seven Deadly Sins. It gets kind of shit near the end because of the animation quality, but it's so good. It's so good up until then. Oh, why do you have to say that line? Why do you have to say the line that... Ah! Who decided that? Mr. Armando! Come on now, Gatita. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there is no evidence, there is still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Fallow's stolen car, then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. That's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there is only one answer, right? There is only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Call in Terry! Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crime? It's gotta be Terry. Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness.
A new witness?
Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls.
The defendant?
There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this?
Why not? The prosecution has no objection.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand.
This is my last chance, Mr. Falls. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left.
Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way! Dahlia, Dad! 5 years ago, Valerie betrayed me!
Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million.
That's not true! Mr. Falls, there is only one question I want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne? Or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago, she promised never ever betray each other.
Terry.
Dahlia? It's true. You're alive.
You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad.
Tell the truth! The real truth! I believed in you!
shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry.
I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness! I'm sorry! I apologize! Water! Please! Water! Talk! Water! Oh well, I guess I'll have to be my coffee instead. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now.
What, bitter?
Darker and bitterer than hell itself.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. I watched my car from the bridge. I never put nobody in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood in front of me. We talked, and she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia.
Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you?
That's enough, Miss Faye. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Faye, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you wanted to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You, Gatita. I think.
What do you mean you think? That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. I was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. How long did he wait? No, she... If he was standing there, she had to have been there because the other side of the bridge was destroyed. You keep forgetting about that destroyed bridge, you guys! You keep forgetting about that destroyed bridge! We've got him! We're about to blow this thing open. This case is dead in the water. Objection! Objection!
So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge. Are you sure of that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Oh? I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Faye. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first? Just look at this photo. It's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did.
Uh-oh, this doesn't sound good.
Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go. Special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah, Soul Temple. About 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dolly, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love.
A memento?
5 years ago, I hid it on the base tree there.
The fucking necklace!
It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get.
This little bottle on a necklace is your memento? That's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock. Did he just say it was empty? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I think I know what's about to happen, and I am not going to be happy about it. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Ugh. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car! No!
Indeed, there was certainly enough time for it.
I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls?
That's enough. Please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle.
No! Stop the trial! Your Honor, we need a recess!
I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I drank this.
No! No, we're so close! Just a little more! I was going to prove your innocence!
Don't want that. No. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again. Kill sweet Dahlia again.
Mr. Falls!
Mr. Armando, thanks for the coffee.
Mr. Falls! Wow. Fucking wow. I mean, what the hell are you supposed to say after that? What are you supposed to say after that? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. mean, yeah, when the judge mentioned that the bottle was empty, I immediately knew. I knew the minute the judge said the bottle was empty. I mean, I say that I knew. I had my suspicions, but I was secretly hoping, no, surely they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't pull this, would they? Holy crap, y'all. I'm surprised that Mia ever went back to a court. I'm surprised that both of them went back to a courtroom after this. Mia and Miles, both. Well, I guess in Miles' case, he was probably forced by Von Karma to suck it up and move on. It's like, a win is a win. You won, so... whatever, you accomplished what you needed to do. Push it out of your mind and keep going, loser. I'm not gonna attempt Von Karma's voice right now because my voice is a little shot from all that screaming. But yeah, God. I'm shocked that Mia ever set foot in a court again after this. This would be devastating. Does it really count, though? I guess when you're a Von Karma, a win is a win. I don't know. Actually, that's really interesting. I don't know how Von Karma would have reacted to something like this. My initial thought is that, yeah, it's a win, you won. You won, don't dwell on it, good for you. Now go do it again. Or he wouldn't have cared at all. Yeah, that's even the more likely scenario. How is Dahlia still free, though? Well, let's move on and find out. Maybe they tell us. And so, my first trial ended. Suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul, I thought it'd never heal. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Unforgivable. That witch. Mr. Armando, we were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault. It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it! I knew I wasn't cut out for this! Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry it. Oh! Oh no! The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando! Bandage up! Somebody get a bandage on his hand, please!
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, that is hard! That is hard AF! Oh my god! No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories...
Are you not entertained?
Not really, I'm just more shocked than anything else, but thanks. No matter how tough the case, no matter how bitter the memories, they always fade over time. Then you file them away and eventually forget them. I don't know who's talking right now, so I'm just using my voice. Ah, it's Phoenix. 1 year later, in this very same courthouse, I myself got wrapped up in that case. Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect, angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years. But now, something has happened that's made me remember all this. Episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings, the end. And a brand new episode is added. Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. We are absolutely saving our progress. Whoo, boy! That was something. That was legitimately shocking. Holy crap. But with this, we have now arrived at the final trial in this game. The final trial of the Phoenix Wright Trilogy. We've been waiting a long time for this, folks. We've been waiting a long time for the grand finale. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. Because I am not going to be streaming. I'm probably not going to be streaming Easter Sunday. Like I said, I have family, and I think they're staying for a whole week. So it's probably going to be about 2 more weeks before we can actually get back to Phoenix Wright. But when we do, it will be the beginning of the end. The beginning of the finale of the Phoenix Wright Trilogy. And finally, we will be done with this game. Sadly, we will be done with this, but I've got other games planned after this, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you. However, that doesn't mean you gotta wait Am I getting bogged for making y'all wait 2 weeks now? One more for the road. I'll take it. Thank you. And a head pad. I'll take that as well. Thank you very much. The next time I will be streaming will be tomorrow night. Because tomorrow night, we return to... Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Tomorrow night, Persona 5 Royale. We have just defeated Kamoshita, so it's going to be more of a chill stream. As we cool our heels, celebrate our win, and see where the story takes us next. The rest of my schedule will be posted tomorrow on my Twitter, Super Geek Girl, and my Discord. The links to join those are in my Twitch channel description, and this stream will be up on my SGGPlays VODs channel later today. Real quick, before we head out, 2 things. Gabe wanted to know, if you were to voice any Pokemon, which would you be? It would be Eevee. Or one of its evolutions. I would love to do Sylveon's voice. Sylveon is my favorite evolution, so... I mean, I can do a decent Eevee impersonation, but not right now because my voice is tore up. Maybe later on. Speaking of my voice, though, I'm finally allowed to say this. So, I am very excited to announce that, in about a week or so, I am going to be appearing on the podcast El Koki Otaku. It is a podcast focusing on voice acting and anime news in North America and Puerto Rico. And they are going to be interviewing me about my career, about everything voice acting. I'm very excited to be appearing on this interview. I'm actually going to be recording the interview this Wednesday. It will be posted, I believe, April 1st. Don't quote me on that. That's what the guy estimated it would be in. But yes, I'm going to be appearing on Koki Otaku. So when that interview is released, I will be sure and post it, and you guys can check it out. It'll be a face reveal. I will be on camera, not as Super Geek Girl, but as myself. And yeah, so be looking forward to that. Like I said, that won't be until April 1st, so be sure and look out for that. I'm really excited. It's my first professional interview as a voice actress, so I'm probably going to be really nervous, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. So be sure and tune in. And that's going to do it. I know I have a backlog of videos. I'm going to try and get the Shantae video up this week and try to catch up with everything. Got a busy week ahead of me, so I'm gonna go ahead and bounce for tonight. So, thank you all very much for tuning in. Hope you guys had fun, and until next time, stay super! I will catch y'all on Monday. So long!